Hi guys, so today we're going to be making some meat pies. I've got self-raising flour here. I'll be using about 400 grams. I've also got a stock margarine, and I'm going to be using 500 grams to give it a richer taste. I've got salt to taste. I'll be using a quarter of teaspoon. I've also got stir-fry mince. It's beef mince, which I did previously, and there was some leftovers which I'll be putting into the pie. And currently we're mixing the self-raising flour with 500 grams of butter and a quarter of a teaspoon. We're binding it together, and you can also add nutmeg if you like, but we're omitting the nutmeg at the moment. And you can also add some water to bind them together, but instead of water we'll be mixing it with milk, as the milk gives it a softer texture instead of the water, which makes it dry. So, this is the texture currently. It's a powdered form, as you can see, slightly softer. So the milk is going to go in now, and put as much as you want, and once you get a softer binding texture, you can stop. So I've just put a little milk, and as you can see, I don't really like measuring my ingredients, but you can put as much as you want depending on the binding of the flour. So she's mixing everything together currently. So as you can see, the pastry is binding together. We used about, I would say, a half cup of milk, and please use cold milk, not warm milk. And you can either omit that if you don't like milk and use water, but you try and knead them together to get it bind, as you can see there. Okay, right, so as you can see, the flour is combined now, and we'll be about to roll it to get a smoother texture. You can also put some flour on the board to prevent it from sticking if you start getting it stick on the board. But as you can see, it's working nicely here, so no flour is needed. But when you start getting it stick, it means the butter is either not enough or the milk is not enough. When you use milk, you get it smoother, and also it binds nicely than when you use water. So we need 2 large eggs also. This is to bind the pie when you put the filling in there. And you need a brush, so ensure you mix them nicely. And this is a whole egg. You need about 2 depending on the amount of pies you're doing. As you can see, you need a cutter as well. You need the egg and also a fork, and I'll show you what to do. You put your filling in there. You can put any filling you want. It could be fish, it could be chicken, but we're using mince, and it's beef with some yellow and green pepper. So you can put as much as you want or less. It goes in there. So once you put your filling in there, you then need your egg, which will close the pie. So you need your egg. Just put it on the edge, and then you have to bind them together like this. Okay, so once you do that, so as you can see, the egg is binding them together and closing up the filling to prevent it from opening. You can use fork if you like. You can make any design of your choice. I'm using my fingers. And then once you do that, you make a hole in the pies like this. You make a hole, and this is to ensure the inside is cooked. And then you cover it with your egg to give it some color when it goes in the oven. So as you can see, the pies are all ready to go in the oven. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius and leave it in there for about 20-25 minutes until golden brown. Then they're done. So this is ready to go to the oven. As you can see, the pies are now ready. There they are. I'll break one to show you. So my daughter trying the pie.
Nice and moist.
You like it?
No.